Welcome back to the world of Wraith. As always, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Let me know down in the comments below, do you guys like longer market watches? I usually try to do my market watches about 10 to 13 minutes long, but I do have some that are like 18 to 20 minutes long. And I just want to know in the comments, what do you guys prefer, the longer ones or the ones that are like 10-minute plus? As always, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. We're at 1,170, so we're almost reaching our goal of 250. And be on the lookout for that. When we do reach that goal, I got something special, so keep an eye out on the market watches. All right, Loan Shark, Gravy Hype. Gravy is still one of the best decks of the format. Loan Shark is going crazy. 23 listings on the market. We got rainbow foils for basically 34 when the non-foils are 30. So it's not a bad time to actually pick up the rainbow foils. I actually don't even have the gold foil shark pulled up. So let's see if we can see the gold. Wow, gold foil 38. So this is a pretty good brainwash cards. Great deal. Then it jumps to 44 essentially. And then a big jump to 59. So someone wants to pick it up from Brainwash Cards. Pretty good deal. Looks like they've been selling for about 43. Yeah, Loan Shark's been going crazy. Gem Pack 2 has a good amount of stuff. I was just looking at a bunch of Gem Pack cards and I noticed Hammerhead Harpoon Cannon is so cheap for a cold foil. Basically $3 to $4. Marlin and Puffin both got their first LL wins last week. I don't think they're going to be in the top of the meta, but I do think as time goes on, they're going to be a pretty good contender, maybe rogue decks, and possibly one day they can be on top of the meta. And a bunch of the cards from Gem Pack 2 to have them like swagged out are pretty cheap, so it's a good time to pick them up. King Kraken Harpoon, less than $1. This is such a strong card for Marlin, and I just think it's super undervalued. I got my playset from trades, so yeah, I think it's a good time to pick it up. It's super cheap right now. If Marlin becomes part of the meta one day, these can definitely spike. King Shark Harpoon, same thing, little over $1. It's a strong majestic. I would not feel bad picking these up for the dollar that it's at right now. If Marlin does good, these can definitely go to like 5, 10. If she's like a menace in the meta, I could even see this at 15. So get them while they're cheap, because for a majestic, this is pretty cheap. Spitfire Cold Foil, about $4 more or less. 25 listing on the market. Once all these sell for $4, we do start going to 8. I still need one, so I should definitely get mine soon, but this is pretty cheap for a cold foil weapon. Cog in the Machine, same thing. Marlin, Puffin, just underrated, pretty cheap decks. Some of their strongest Majestics are super cheap. I think maybe the week after High Seas came out, I was covering these and I was telling you guys these are still super cheap. And if you look at them now, it's still super low. Not a bad time to pick them up. Rainbow foils about $3, pretty good. I don't think a Majestic that's super powerful for $3 is not bad at all. Cogworks Workshop, dollar for the non-foil. Rainbow foil, $2. This is not financial advice. This is never financial advice, but guys, these cards are so cheap for pretty powerful cards that are pretty much staples in the heroes that they're designed for. Cogworks Dovetail. This card is a monster. You know when this card's being sent at you, they have some golden cogs up. Can do a lot of work. Non-foils for $1. Rainbow foil, $2. It's so cheap. This is crazy. This is so cheap. This is how crazy it is, guys. I'm showing you guys Majestics that are like dollars. This is a rare, and it's $4.50. Now, I've seen the Puffin list. They're playing upwards of 8 of these. So it's kind of crazy that most Puffin lists are probably going to need like 8 to 11 copies of these, which is probably why the cost is so high. But Yeah, this is basically a $5 rare. Go check out your high seas bulk. If you have extra copies of these, you might be sitting on a $5 bill, which is pretty crazy. Good amount of sales. Look at the sales. When people are buying them, they're usually buying them in high quantities. So those for the non-foil, rainbow foil printings. Pretty much going to $8. Very few on the market. And then, as always, just a cold foil promo. About 37, 40. Yeah. I don't know if you can buy 11 cold foils of these. Definitely won't recommend doing that. But if you really want to bling out your puffin deck, I mean, here it is. 17 on the market. Pulsewave Harpoon. Looks like a lot of the puffin lists are boosting. Can't remember if this card's being played in puffin, but this is such a powerful. It's not even an on hit. Such a powerful effect. Being able to yank a card out of your opponent's hand and force them to block with it, and you get to look at your opponent's hand, which is, well, you get to see the cards up to the amount of times you've boosted. So it's usually 3. Sometimes you can do it for 4. But being able to look at 3 cards from your opponent's hand and rip away one of them, all you got to do is boost 3 times. This is one of the boosts that you need. So pretty powerful. About $20. Kind of expensive, but the rainbow foils are about 25-ish. It's kind of up there for a majestic, but I think this is a staple in Mechanologist. I think it's going to see play pretty much forever, so I wouldn't feel too bad if you do want to buy it. Maybe you can get a playset for a little bit cheaper, off a friend, off your locals, but not a bad price for such a powerful majestic. Midas Touch, 25 beans, rainbow foil, basically 30 beans. I'm not sure what's making this spike. If you guys know down below, let me know why it's spiking so much. I don't think this is good against gravy. If you're destroying allies and giving them gold, it's not too good. Uh, I don't know. I don't know why it's going up. Maybe something to do with LL destroying Dromai dragons or something. But this is spiking. If you have some and you want to get rid of them, $25 is not a bad price. Guys, let me know why this is spiking because I have no clue. Mocking Blow Red as well as Comeback Kid. All colors. Promotional cards. They have no listings on TCG players. I haven't really seen many of them sell on private markets, so I'm not sure what they're valued at. If you guys have copies, definitely put them up on TCG Player. You can be the first one to kind of set the market price. Um, the cards are kind of underrated. It's hard for me to give them a value. I would say maybe $20 to $30 is a good way to list them, but they don't really see too much play. Mocking Blow is seeing some play in Reviled KO and some Liath list. Comeback Kid, I don't know if it's in Tough Nut or Pallades, so yeah. If you guys got yours and you want to sell them, definitely list them on TCG Player. Set the standard. Helm of the Arknight. This can be seen as a budget headpiece for Runeblades, I should say. I was going to say for Arknights. Instead of Face Purgatory has been a little bit on a higher end. So if you don't want to buy a Face Purgatory, this is about $16, slowly going to 20. Likely going to get cheaper. We're still in Gem Pack 3 season, and we're going to be on Gem Pack 3 for a while until we get the next set. Just as Tempered 2 headpiece, nothing crazy, but yeah, if you don't want to buy a Face Purgatory, you just want to spend a little less money, this is not a bad option. I still don't have mine, so hopefully I pull it soon because regardless of the price, this card's artwork looks insane. So I definitely need to get my copy soon. Aether Bindings of the Third Age Rainbow Foil, about $9 to $10. Pretty much Acilio's only wizard that runs this. Cold Foil, about Japanese for 21, 26. Not bad. Pretty cheap for a legendary, guys. If you guys know me, I know I'm always saying, yeah, legendaries under 10, under 20, it's a pretty good price. So if you have any interest in playing wizards, if you want to play Acilio, $10. Not bad for Aether Bindings with Third Age. Eternal Inferno. This is super cheap. Another powerful, very strong majestic. I don't know what heroes will play this in the future, but for $2 for a non-foil, you can't really go wrong. I think it's a pretty good card in Wizard. And all you need to do is surge, and you essentially can play it again. And this is not like once per turn. If you keep on doing this surge effect, you can kind of just keep playing it as long as you have the action points to do it, as long as you have the resources to do it. Pretty strong, super cheap right now. Blast to Oblivion, Rainbow Foils about $3 if you care about your shiny Acilio deck. This is only 11 in the market, so not bad for a Rainbow Foil. This is just a rare. This can definitely just go up over time, but if you care about shinying out your Acilio deck, it's not that bad right now. Non foils, of course, readily available at 15. Yellow Blast to Oblivion. Guys, I do have an Acilio deck profile. I'll put it at the end if you're interested, or there might be like a little bubble on the top right now. He was running red and yellow 3 of this. Rainbow foil, there's only 11 on the market. Pretty cheap right now, under $1. So if you care about foils, not bad. And as you can see, the red is like $3. The yellow is also played at 3, but it's a little bit cheaper. So next up, Mind Warp. I think at the hype of Mind Warp, it was like a $20 card or something. Let's look at the graph real quick. Couple sold for like 16, 15. So right now they're a little over $20. Wow. Rainbow foils for 7, for 8, not bad. These rainbow foils are pretty good price. I think I'll definitely pick mine up. I think I just like traded mine away when they were like at 15 or something. This is such a powerful card. Being able to essentially -1 your opponent, and kind of mess up their hand a lot of the times. They're kind of like pitching, thinking like, all right, I'm gonna keep these cards, but like let's say they do something, and then you mess up their hand with the Mind Warp. Maybe what they pitched earlier could affect them, or what they blocked with earlier could affect them. It's basically an Acilio card, but I think it can definitely see play in a ton of Wizards, so not a bad time to pick it up. Channel Lightning Valley, the monster. This was such a powerful card when Aurora was out. Still a pretty good card with Acilio, but I think Acilio has a lot of harder time to keep it up for longer than like one turn, honestly. About $12, $15. Rainbow foils on the first page. 15. Yeah. I mean it's not super cheap. I do think it's a good time to pick it up. I think it's going to be a staple for Lightning decks forever, basically. Seems like LSS is designing these Lightning decks to be based around instants. So, not a bad time to pick it up, especially if you want to get foils. There's rainbow foils on the first page, so that's usually a good sign. Summit, the Unforgiving, Cold Foil, Gem Pack 3. I don't know how many Jarl players are buying this. One was bought for 30. It's 30, 40. Very low listings. I would wait. I don't know if Jarls are ever going to run this. I think when it came out, people were kind of just trying this. 2 card 6 with a non-hit is pretty good, but you have to have no shield, so I don't know, guys. I think I would wait till we're in Gem Pack 4 if you really want this. If you don't pull it by just going to your LGSs, just wait till Gem Pack 4. This should be a lot cheaper. Boulder Drop, Gem Pack 3. The only way to get the Rainbow Foil Boulder Drop is from Gem Packs, so yeah, I think a good amount has been selling. Let's see, Rainbow Foils, 15. Yeah, 2 sold. Only 6 on the market. I mean, I can't really say if this is a good or bad price point, but I do think all Guardian players want this. This is one of the best Guardian cards, honestly, that we got in the past 2 sets that gave us Guardian support. So, can definitely see why it's this price. Next up, Titan's Fist, Cold Foil. We went over this maybe a couple market watches ago. I think it was at like 60, 70. Looks like it's staying around that price. So if you have one and you want to make some money, definitely sell yours. Yeah, I mean, pretty much a $70 card. Let's look at the sales. Yeah, couple sales, all basically for 70. Steel Braid Buckler. I think I went over this maybe like 2 or 3 market watches ago, and this was maybe like $2, if that. We got a couple sales for $1. Let's look at the month real quick. $1 sold for less than $2. Yeah. This was super cheap not too long ago. I think Pleiades are running this. I don't think Lyeth is running this, but the cold foils were super cheap. They got sold out, and now they're $30. So if you have one, probably a good time to sell them. The non foils are readily available, so if you're just looking for a playable copy, I think it's also in Guardian Mastery Pack. So if you just need the card, you're good. If you want the cold foil, it's spiked. Crater Hoof, easily available as a non foil, but the cold foils are about $5. Once these copies sell out, we're looking at 12, 13, 14. I think this is the best leg slot for Lyeth. Lyeth isn't doing too hot right now, but I do think the deck has a lot of potential. I'm personally looking to get my cold foil, so I'll probably try to trade for it. $5 is. I probably wouldn't go and just buy this on TCG Player. I would ask my friends, ask my locals, see if I could trade it on somebody. I do think not just in Lyeth, maybe even in the future, this could see play. Maybe, because actually, you can just use like the legendaries, generic legs, like Base of the Mountain or Flexors instead of this. So maybe this will have a small niche with Lyeth, but maybe it could be played in Project Blue or Silver Age. Not bad for $5. I definitely need to get my copy soon. Clash of Roboto. Guys, this is the last card I'm going over. I have lost Channel Mount Heroic to losing a Clash on this, and it was devastating. This card can do some pretty crazy things. Getting rid of auras, it's about $2, a little over $2 after we start selling some. Rainbow foils are 4, slowly going to 5 and 6. This card is not for every Guardian. Maybe only like Victor can run it, but I think if you like Guardians, which I think a lot of the Flesh and Blood players do, I think this is a great card to have in your collection. I think it'll come up a lot, and you can get crazy value. Like I said, I lost a Channel Mount Heroic to this Clash. Like, I think I literally played it, sent an attack for 6 go again. I was like playing Florian, and they blocked this card, and I lost the Channel Mount Heroic right there, and it was a crazy tempo swing. I felt like I lost right then and there. So if you like Guardians, definitely make sure you have this in your collection. But that about wraps it up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate all the subscribers. As always, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. And check out the Acilio deck profile if you're interested in Acilio. Should be popping up right now. Peace.